Chapter 184. About gossip. After this speech of Donnell, several youth and women came together and directed the following speech at Donnell, saying, "Learned and highly respectable colleague of our men and fathers, we have listened to your speech with rapt attention and found some aspects of your words as true and good, but some are also incomprehensible. We ask you, therefore, what is the meaning of the drop of poison in the 10 buckets of water, and vice versa, with 1 drop of water in 10 buckets of poison? And in what way are we allowed to gather in the name of God? Enlighten us about these 2 main points, so that we can understand it." And Donnell at once collected all his wits and said, "Thus listen to me, with the grace of the Lord, which radiates brightly from his sanctuary over there, to me. I want to make it as clear as the sun shines on the brightest midday to you, which of course does not shine now, because it is covered by the densest masses of smoke, which gushes from burning mountains. You are vessels from the still healthy, living water, which is your life from God. But the gatherings are the poison for your living spirit. And the reason for this is that while they last, you forget God more and more through all sorts of silly gossiping and chin-wagging, and let yourself be sweetly, stupidly honoured, mostly at the expense of other mostly harmless people, through shameful humiliation and defamation, and also through all kinds of silly and laughter-invoking games, and in the end, in your often excited, haughty thrill, you are beginning to think that the whole world is just there for you, and as if the salvation of the whole world depends on your chit-chat. See, that is against all neighbourly love, therefore against the divine order, and therefore a poison for the life of your spirit, which originally has been breathed into you as healthy, living water of God. 1 drop of this poison, which is the even so small and seemingly harmless congregations in the name of the world in you, easily poisons the healthy spirit, so that it becomes powerless in your soul, and thereby your soul is stimulated to become haughty, trigger-sensitive, and begins more and more to seek ways to find the right recognition of its sublimity. And the soul does all this because, according to the paralysis of the poisoned inner spirit, it is lacking a ladder to get up, and in the end sees itself as the ruling principle of life, but which is in the highest degree an erroneous perception, based on a secret but nevertheless all-important reason, namely, that our souls, as living substances of our bodies, are from underneath, and only the Spirit is from above to redeem the fallen soul from its old slag during the time of this earthly life. But this can only happen by the grace of God if we do not do everything possible to corrupt our spirit, but instead organize our lives according to the holy will of the One who has given it to us as the highest good for eternity. I now think that it is sufficiently clear what is meant by 1 drop of poison in 10 measures of healthy water. But as far as the contrast is concerned, it is probably too clear to lose many words about it. Once a man is completely depraved, will a word of truth make him better? As little as you can extinguish a raging fire with a drop of water, as little will a good admonition bring back a worldly corrupt person. Go to a burning mountain and extinguish the fire with a drop of water, if you can. Thus, I already have sprinkled many healthy drops of living water in you. But your old passion is still blazing, and I do not regard it as extinguished, and it still will take quite a mighty downpour over you until your great foolishness is extinguished. I think this is also expressed clearly enough. But concerning the only visitations that are just in the name of God, this is probably too clear in and of itself for me to express myself more broadly about it. Therefore, take careful note of what I have said beforehand, and it will then become clear by itself how we should visit each other in the name of God. Understand this well in the name of Him by whose grace I have been able to speak to you in this way. Amen.